Stay tuned. There's a gewaldige podcast. Rabbi Steve Geller does a gewaldige Zach, and that'll be coming out this week. Torah Giants on Chumash. Welcome to the weekly piece on the Parsha from Torah Giants on Chumash, written by Rabbi Rabbi Goodmans. Sit back and enjoy.
Welcome to Torah Giants on Chumash. I'm Steve Geller. There's an opinion that seeing Hashem's fingerprint in our Holy Torah is the closest thing we can get to the amazing experience of Matan Torah. The title for this piece is "The Torah Foresees the Future," and we will see how the Torah embeds and includes events that would play out generations after the Torah was given. Rav Tzvi Shlez will show us how the Torah itself describes an unusually specific case in a pasuk in our parsha, which would be odd unless it actually happened sometimes later. Well, it does happen later in Nach, and wait till you see this. In Shmuel Beis, Yoav, King David's general, stabs his first cousin Amasa to death. He does so with brutal deceit by reaching out with one hand as if to kiss him, but then actually stabbing him to death with the other. Years later, in Malachim Aleph, David is on his deathbed. Among his instructions to Shlomo, he reminds him of the two murders committed by Yoav, Avner and Amasa, for which he is condemned. David demands that Shlomo not allow Yoav to die in peace. Later in the chapter, Yoav realizes he's in danger. He flees to the Ohel Hashem, the tent of God, and grabs onto the corners of the altar. Shlomo sends Benayahu after him. When Yoav refuses to leave the tent, Shlomo instructs Benayahu to kill him right there, which he does. So let's review some of the specifics of these episodes. Yoav kills a close relative and familial acquaintance. He kills him in a particularly deceitful way, feigning friendship, then brutally murdering his own cousin. Yoav later flees to the house of Hashem, grasping onto the corners of the altar itself, refusing to leave. Shlomo instructs Benayahu to kill Yoav right there at the altar. This is a particularly dramatic, unique, one-of-a-kind scene. No? We have someone who plotted to kill a relative, neighbor, or friend. He killed with deceit, and he was killed at the altar. Well, let's look at a pasuk in our parsha. V'chiyazer ish al reyehu. If a man plots against his neighbor or friend, lahargo ba'arma, to kill him with deceit, me'im mizbechi tikachenu lamus. From my altar you shall take him to die. In light of what we've seen in Nach, this pasuk is amazing. We have a man who plotted to kill, who was killing his reyehu, a close acquaintance, in this case, his own cousin, who killed specifically with deceit, which is curious for the Torah to mention, because does this change the law of a murderer in any way? And finally, who was killed at the altar. Why else would we need this unique and unusual image of dragging the murderer away from Hashem's altar? Is this the only way to tell us that a murderer must be punished under all circumstances? In keeping with this amazing thesis, Rav Shlez expounds the idea that here again, Hashem created a special description to prepare us for a traumatic event that occurs centuries later. Guys, this entire pasuk literally took place in Jewish history with all these unusual descriptions of the pasuk, in fact, actually carried out. Rav Shlez gives many such examples and constantly reminds us how clearly this demonstrates that only Hashem himself could have been the author of our Holy Torah. And once again, Rabbi Goodman brings us a gem we will never forget. But my friends, we can't forget to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the share button to paste the link to this video into emails and texts to family and friends. That's what you do when you find such valuable Torah treasures, and it's the tremendous mitzvah of Talmud Torah.